Hello, guys. Today I'm going to be talking about trusting in God and not trusting in the things of this world. So I'm going to be basically reading from Daniel. I'm not going to be reading Daniel word for word, but I just have the main points written down. So if you want to read what I'm talking about, it's going to be Daniel chapter 1, verse 1 through 16. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So in the book of Daniel, Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, he besieged Jerusalem, right? He took it over. And Daniel was one of the children of Judah kept by Nebuchadnezzar. He was kept as like somebody that would teach him the language and somebody that knew science. He wanted somebody that was capable of standing in his palace. And the king of Babylon gave him a provision of food and drink. So he was giving them the king's meat, which is, I don't know what it is. Meat is a lot of things in the Bible, and wine, which the king drank. But Daniel said, I don't want to eat that. Daniel denied that good-looking food from the king of Babylon because he didn't want to defile himself with the king's food, because he knew the king was a man of idolatry and a man that would look towards things of the world to help him rather than the Most High God of Israel, right? So Daniel knew that, and Daniel didn't want to do that. Daniel didn't want to defile himself. So Daniel asked the person that was watching over him, the eunuch, if they could just be given pulse and water to drink. Pulse is probably something that's like maybe muddled vegetables or beans or something, or lentils, but it's not very appetizing, But he asked for that. He says, just give us the children of Judah, which was four people, four children, including Daniel. He said, just give us pulse and water to drink, and we'll be good. Just give us water, pulse and water to drink. And the eunuch was like, well, all right. And Daniel said to do that for 10 days. And after 10 days to look at the children of Judah's faces and to look at the other children's faces. So the eunuch said, all right. And then at the end of the 10 days, when the 10 days were up, those children who ate the king's meat were more, their faces were more sunken in, a little bit less fair. And Daniel and the children of Judah that were just eating pulse and water and drinking water were their faces were full. Their faces looked fuller and more beautiful than the children that ate the king's meat. So there's gonna be people in your life that want you to eat the king's meat. There's going to be people in your life that want you to go out and club all the time, or every weekend they want you to come around and drink, and or they want you to just get where they're at in their lives. They want to bring you into their lives. But sometimes their lives are not in accordance to God's will, and everybody, you could say, well, everybody finds God at a different time in God's timing. And you might think, well, I'm just going to hang out with my friend. That's my friend. But really, your friend might unknowingly is being used by the enemy to cause you to defile yourself, So you have to trust in things that are of God and not the things of this world. Don't look to horoscopes. That's actually divination, and it's witchcraft. And there's a lot of people that just have fun looking at that stuff when in reality they're doing unknowingly, but they're doing witchcraft. And fortune cookies as well. I know it seems so crazy because it's such it's just like a little thing. Oh, it's just a fun thing to do. But it's you're trusting in things that are not of God. You're trusting in things that are not of God. So you should deny yourself. If your flesh is always wanting to go out and party and all this stuff, I'm not saying that you should just be a shut-in, but hang out with people that are actually edifying. People that when they see you doing something wrong, maybe they call you out, and people that are lifting up your spirit. That's always good, but not people that are just causing you to fall into sin, because that's it sounds a little mean, but they could be being used by the enemy, Satan, to cause you to defile yourself, to trust in things that are not of God, and just to fall into that pit, that we've all fallen in, whether it be drinking or drugs or pornography or anything, so there's going to be people that want you to eat of the king's meat and drink the drink, right? But you have to be like Daniel and deny yourself, deny that good looking food, and just say, no, I'm fine with this. I'm fine with Pulse. I'm fine with just water. Just water's cool.